Are we told normally by the airport how high we should attain? Usually it's 30, 35, 40.
Yeah, usually that's where you are. You're usually quite a bit higher.
Yeah.
But this is a short flight.
Yeah.
So if you're going, 1,000 miles, you'd be up there higher because it's more fuel efficient.
So there's more, the lower you are to the ground, the lower the altitude, the higher the pressure that would be wind force against you or whatever and take up more fuel.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's, since I think we're okay now, let's get you used to a little bit for this. So let's press heading select. Okay, and let's have you turn the airplane to the left using the heading. Turn it. Go ahead and turn it sharp. Turn it sharp. Turn it sharp. You can see right here. So you can watch the line. All right, and you can see us turning as a plane.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you can see how you can get us on course using the autopilot here. Okay. Now let's go back to the right. Get us on course.
Which is where? That white line?
You want this one to be over the top of that.
Right. One more. All right, now we're on course.
Okay. So once we've got that heading going on that, let's go back to LNAV, which is the, yep, now it'll automatically follow that line.
Okay. I always wondered how pilots knew where to go. That looks like a river there. So would that be the Columbia River?
Yep.
Frankly, I'm glad that everything did work perfectly. It makes it a little more interesting.
All right, so we'll try something here, and hopefully it will cooperate with us. All right, so what I want you to do, well, let's wait until we get out of the turbulence.
Okay.
So what the pilots do at this stage of the game is they're monitoring all of the computer systems. So there are so many things that can go wrong, it's impossible for a pilot to know everything. So all the planes, this is an actual Boeing manual for this 737, and it's called a quick reference guide. So if you have a problem, you can look it up, and that's what they do. They have to look up and see what to do, if they have a particular problem.
I've seen that on
fire, engine out, all pressure unit not working, all kinds of things here. And then, so they keep that handy, and I use it a lot. Now I also have what's called a flight instructor program that goes with this, and I can program into my flight 100 things to go wrong, and I do that quite often because that's how you keep up your skills.
So if something goes wrong, you have to look it up real quick, find out exactly what's happening.
Okay, let's look. For example, let's say, just lost an engine. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do? Okay, well, there's certain things you have to do. First of all, you look here and it says engine out. So you press the engine out button, and it says, is it a left or right? Well, it's a right. Right engine out. So now it tells us for that engine to keep us in the thing, we have we have to be at 97.8% on the other engine. So this engine, since we lost power, this one's got to come disconnect. So we disconnect the auto throttle. Okay, pull this one back. Now this is all, we're only on this one engine now.
Right.
And that says we need to be at 97.8. So see this 86? Push it forward until we get to 97.
Then what?
And then we're flying on just one engine. Okay, that's good. All right.
98 now. Want to go back a bit?
Oh,
97.
that's good, right there. Now you look in here, okay, under engines. Engine failure in the landing configuration. Okay. Okay, we got to do an in-flight engine start. Okay, as long as there's no engine fire, okay, there's no excess vibration, okay, and we got the other engine set at that, okay, we can just first try to see, because we're going fast enough that the other engine is windmilling, right? It's windmilling, okay? So first of all, we're just going to try and see, okay, can we just add fuel to it and get it started? Okay, so with this back, pull this out and put fuel back.
Put it all the way up?
Yeah, put it up. And let's see if it'll light off.
No. Yeah.
I'm not seeing it light off.
No.
I'm also going to go here. That's not going to work, so let's push this down and let's go on look at the in-flight start. Okay. All right, let's pull that back just a little bit here. Okay, it says the pack switch the affected side off. So that's the right side. So here's our pack. Let's turn it off.
Up?
Yeah, up. Okay. And verify the isolation switch is in auto. It is, it's in the middle. Auto. Okay. Okay, we need a minimum of 30 pounds duct pressure. And here's our duct pressure, and we have enough supposedly. Okay. Then it says try to start the affected engine. So this one here, turn it to ground. See, I hear it trying to start. Okay. Let's add some fuel. Aha!
It's going.
Yeah, we got the light off. Okay. So let's turn this off. Okay, now bring this throttle up to that throttle. Alright, and then go auto throttle arm. Okay. And look at, we're back in business.
Interesting.
Okay. And then we got to turn our pack switch back to auto in the middle. Okay. There you go. Just had an in-flight emergency.
Interesting.
I don't know if I broke that switch. I had a... Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I had Sturts, the neighbors over here with the RV. Remember in the summer? He comes over here and flies a lot. He pressed so I can see right here. He pressed so hard he broke my switch. I don't know how I'm going to fix that now. But anyway, it happens.
Well, I was afraid I was pushing too hard on the mic thing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Because I didn't think I'd have to push hard, but you said push harder, so
Yeah,
I
you
tried
don't.
it.
Normally I hear click every time you do it. But I have no clue what happened there.
No,
None at all.
I can hear it quick when I push it and let go quick.
then that means it's working now.
Oh,
It wasn't working before.
okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is let's slow down to 250. All right, so what I want you to do is just to have a little practice of flying this yourself. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so whenever I said disconnect the autopilot,
Yeah.
there's a button right here. Okay.
Right here.
Yep, press the button.
Yep.
It's all you now. It's all you. It's all you.
Pull up.
Okay. No, just.
What am I supposed to do?
Okay, so I want you to practice. Put your feet on the things. Okay, step a little bit on the left rudder.
A little bit on the
Put your
left.
hand up here. Put your hand. Okay, and then turn left a little bit. Left. Okay, so now we're turning. Now pull back to keep us level. Keep us level. Pull. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. We're going too far left. Go back to the right. Go back to the right. Go back to the right. Back to the right.
Come up.
Come up. Pull up. Pull back. Pull back a little bit.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, go to the right a little more. Step to the right. Step to the right. Turn to the right.
Oh, step to the right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was.
Let's get back on course. Let's go to the right a little.
A little to the right.
And push the nose down just a little as you're doing it. Takes a long time for a big aircraft to make moves.
Ah, so
And
that's
see,
why it has to
so
be.
we want to turn back, get back on course. And we're
So-
turning, we're going. You can see us, we're slowly turning, which is what you want.
But what line is supposed to line up with what?
This.
The green line, purple line has to line up with the white line.
Yeah, this is coming over with that.
Okay.
So you just keep turning, we're doing great. We're over the Columbia River.
Yeah. Should I pull up a little?
It's pulled up a little, pull back a little bit more. A little more. A little more.
There we go. It's starting to come down.
There's a lot of skill involved to fly it manually.
Yeah, I can see
Okay?
it would be.
So if you lose your computer or your autopilot, especially if you have, bad weather.
Yeah.
All right, well that's good. Let's see if we can go back to autopilot now. See if
Okay.
you press this over here.
What? That
Command,
one?
yeah. And we're not on yet. Okay, I think we have to get a little bit more on course.
So we'll get going right a little bit more. Oh, there we go. We're getting close.
Okay.
Very close.
All right, so we're back on pilot.
Okay.
Let's get our heading over here.
Now, how did we know the heading was 143?
It's not. It's just that I just want the plane to go into that line. See, so I turned this.
Oh.
That's a heading that's where we're trying to get the plane to go.
Oh, so we're trying to get this line.
Yeah, we're trying to get back on this.
With this.
Yeah, we're trying to get back on this line. We're pointing the plane towards the line, and then once we get towards the line, we'll turn the heading back down the line.
So why does it look like the plane is going this way?
It's not. It's not. It's just the map turning.
Interesting. So,
See, there's our course is this way.
Oh, it's that
Okay,
way.
It's that way. But to get on course, the line is actually up here way. We have to
Oh.
fly to that before it'll turn.
Oh.
You can also see here that Spokane has got clouds coming in. So while we're doing this, why don't we put your altitude down to 5,000 feet?
Oh, that's going
5,000, yeah. All the way down.
5,000.
Okay, and let's pull our speed brake back about half. Okay, about half.
About there?
Yeah. Okay, and we're gonna set this to descend.
Okay.
And
We're
let's
still
set
on-
this about 200 now. Okay, and we're gonna go back to LNAV. So it'll follow the line here. So we go back, start heading towards the runway.
Okay. So this is getting out into well, out of the mountains. Why does it look so flat?
This is, so we've gone on the other side of the Cascades, and this is eastern Washington.
Okay.
So, Tri-Cities is down there that way. Our home is straight out there a ways, quite a
Okay.
ways.
Okay.
Okay, Spokane is off to the left here.
Oh, over here.
Yeah. Now this is going to turn and follow us and point us towards Spokane. Let's see here. Okay.
So this
That's
is the Spokane Airport.
Yep, and here we're turning towards it now. Okay.
Yep.
We got to get down to 5,000 feet. All right. As we start getting down to 10,000 feet, we need to turn our landing lights back on. Did we ever turn them off? We never turned them off, so I guess we'll just leave them. They're good. Distance away from the airport, we can go to our computer and go to our progress screen, and it tells us that right there, that spot right there is 38 miles distance to go,
Oh.
and 52 miles to the airport.
Oh. Wow. So we just came in over the Cascades around the other side, and now we're going up kind of a little bit to the north of Spokane and coming in.
You can, yeah, you can see here, look at, you got a storm ahead.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that should be kind of interesting.
Especially.
I'm gonna kick us back up here to like 250, 260. Because I don't want to run you out of time. You said you had to be done by 11?
Oh, that's okay.
No.
Yeah. 11ish would be fine, but
Okay.
if it's 11:30, it'll be all right too. We just have to be in Colfax by 5 of 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with the clouds, you would think there would be some weather.
So this is kind of what it's like, flying. You get good weather, bad weather.
Yeah.
You got to be above the clouds, below the clouds. In this case, you're going to fly right through the clouds.
Yeah, I've done that before. Going from Maine down to Maryland one time, we went through clouds and there was thunder. Normally, I don't think you do that, but we did then. We had a little bit of turbulence and thunder. So, I've had turbulence on other flights going across country too. Not anything too bad. I had one where it was reasonably bad, but I'll tell you one thing. Seeing all the pieces, all the different buttons and knobs and everything that a pilot has to be aware of, and all of this to deal with and this, I can imagine the training is pretty intense
Years.
to get your license. And then once you get it, it's still a lot of learning and to be able to do everything the way you need to do it.
Yeah.
And I can see why sometimes there are accidents, and once they finish the investigation, they say it was the pilot error.
Mhm.
I can see why, because
Yeah.
it would be so easy thinking you're pushing just one of these things, and maybe you push two and don't realize it.
Yeah.
Very
Well, that's
easy.
why everything is written, and even though they've done it 100 times, they still have to follow the list.
Yeah.
Make sure
Yeah.
everything is done
Yeah.
correct. When I
Yeah.
get the other simulator done, that's going to be fun, because that's a little life lane. Nothing complicated like they have here.
Yeah.
It's all about skill now
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I've ridden in a 19-seater going from Boston to Augusta, Maine, the capital, and landing there, and it was pretty interesting. That doesn't fly as high. You get to watch the ground more.
Okay, so we're going to get set up for landing.
Oh, okay.
All right,
This will
so
be
the first thing
interesting.
we're going to do is we're going to set up for what's called the approach. So if you press this button right here, go ahead.
Okay.
Did it come on?
Uh-huh.
It did not come
No,
on.
come on.
Why does it not come on? 11.10. 111.10. Might not be close enough. All right, let's go flaps 10. We'll lift up and pull back. Okay. And look at, we're already getting into the clouds here.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to put our speed brake on arm.
On.
You can see here where it says speed brake on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we're going to make sure that these are on continuous.
That is on continuous, isn't it?
One more. There, and this one too. So we want all those spark
Oh.
plugs going inside
From
the
where I'm sitting, it looks like it's pointing
That's
to
in
this.
flight. That's like 3 sets of spark plugs going
Okay.
at once.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, we're back in the clouds.
Okay. No, you can't see the airport at all now.
Right.
That isn't that fun. All right, so this tells us that when we get to flaps 15, we need to be slow. We need to slow to 155. So let's do that now. So let's slow to 155. Okay. We'll let that slow down a little bit.
Okay, I can see that we're right on this line.
All right, let's go to flaps 15 now. Flaps 15.
Oh,
Okay. The next one we want is flaps 30. So that's going to be at 147. So let's go now to 147. Okay, we'll let this slow down a little bit more. So this is going to lock on now. Remember that I said there was VOR and ILS? This is the ILS. It's going to lock on to the frequency this way and this way.
Okay.
Take us right down to the runway.
okay,
Okay?
okay.
All right, let's go to flaps 25. Oh, wait a minute, let's go back. Okay. So they have this safety thing that you can't go to the next flaps unless the gear is down. Okay.
Oh, we have to put
All
the
right.
gear down, which is
Okay, so a second, let's see where we are. Or over here, I can go flaps inhibit, which means I can bypass that safety switch and we can just put the slow down anyway, okay, without the landing gear down. So if I put this switch up, we can now go to flaps 25 without the gear down. As supposed to.
I'll turn it
All
on.
right.
so since we can't see anything, how do we know it's okay to do that?
Oh, that's a pilot's prerogative. Okay, so for example, like right here, we're in heavy rain now. If we're in real cold weather where it's icing, actually, we don't know what the temperature is. So let's turn on our anti-ice, and then on and for the wings as well. Okay, just in case we get ice, we don't want ice on it. Okay. Right.
So are we still on autopilot?
We're still on autopilot. We will be all the way down to the runway.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, you can do it yourself, but
Not
I can.
this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can't see where you are.
Yeah. Well, you follow your map, right?
Yeah.
You have to follow your map. Actually, you follow an approach plane. You follow this. This tells you at what altitude to be on and what course to be on. So as long as you're staying at the altitude and the course, right, then you can fly it down to the runway manually. You have to be able to know how to do this.
I would think so.
And this is especially critical in the little plane like this.
Yeah. Now, were you a pilot at one time?
I am a pilot.
You are a pilot?
Yeah. I'm just not this pilot. I have a twin engine rating. Okay, let's put our gear down.
Put this
Pull out and down. There we go. And you should be able to hear the gear going down
Yeah.
or feel it.
Yeah. I can feel a little bit of vibration.
Okay. Says our gear's locked. 3 green. Okay, let's go to flaps 30. Alright, our next one says for flaps 40, you need to be at 140. So let's change this to about 140. And let's go to flaps 40. Alright. Okay, now we're going to get ready to come into the airport. Alright, so we're going to keep an eye out for it. Okay, and we will come down through all of this, and we'll come out on top of the runway. As soon as we get close, I mean almost like right over the runway, as soon as we get there, I'll tell you to disconnect the autopilot. Remember that button right there?
Yeah.
We're going to disconnect that one. We're going to disconnect the auto throttle and this one. This one and that one. We're going to press those. When that happens, you have it. The airplane is yours. You're going to have your hand on the throttle, pull the throttle back, right? As soon as the airplane touches down, feet on the brakes, and then reverse thrust.
Okay.
Okay? So hopefully we'll stay lined up with the runway that you won't have to make no changes.
Hopefully.
Okay? But once the autopilot is disconnected, this is all of this works. Okay? So if you see it turning a little bit and you turn it, we're off the runway, we're gonna not, don't do so well.
So, but the thing is, this is so loose that you really don't, it's hard to tell how far to move it to get the reaction you want.
Yeah, but it's called fly-by-wire. Electronic.
Now, it's okay for me to have my feet fully on here.
Yeah.
So that when I want to brake, I tip forward with my
the brake.
toes. Yeah.
For the brake.
Which is hard for me to do if my heel's down here on this space. So I've got them fully up on top here.
Well, we got quite a little storm coming. You can kind of see the radar hitting it now. Down here, you see the radar? Okay. So
And we're getting
we got a
worse.
storm right above Spokane. So
Lovely.
our elevation is at 24, and here we're around 5,000 feet. Okay. And we are looks like we're see if that's what's coming in now. Okay, it's adjusting. Remember I said there's the purple dot down there and the purple dot up there, see it?
Yeah.
So it's trying to bring the aircraft so that they're both equal like that. Aircraft so that they're both
It's trying to keep it level this way and it's trying to keep it level this way and trying to keep it straight this way.
Yeah.
And that's what these purple marks represent, keeping it.
It's coming on. We're in line with it, but now we got to get on that line that's going downhill. Okay?
Oh,
We're trying
okay.
to capture that. So
Okay.
see this purple
Yep.
one here that's coming down?
Yep.
So we're almost locked into it perfectly.
Good. Because I don't want to have to steer it on the ground.
Now it says single channel. That means it has locked in.
Oh, okay.
It has locked in.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Now we're going to keep an eye out in front of us now. All right.
2,500.
So
2,500 feet.
yeah. We're going to be looking for that runway. All right. So remember, okay. When I tell you,
Yeah.
press the button.
Yep.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then hand on here and
Yeah.
press that button, and then bring this back.
Both buttons.
Just one is fine.
Just one.
Okay,
Okay.
you're going to bring this back after it disconnects.
Mhm.
As soon as it touches down,
Ooh.
okay, you're going to go reverse thrust, and your feet
which
on
is
the brake.
that? Yeah. Okay. As soon as
we
it
touch
touches
down.
down. All right. Looks like we're getting in close. Can't see any runway yet, but I'm seeing that we're still.
Nasty weather.
Uh-huh. Did you plan this on purpose?
I did.
I thought probably.
You can get both ends of the spectrum a little bit.
I often
From the-
wondered when riding in a plane and we were going through clouds like this coming near the landing, how the pilots could operate the plane
Yeah.
in such clouds. And so, of course, autopilot gives them enough help to get them down low enough to the ground that they can see the runway.
Yeah. You can see the runway right there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
We're coming up to it, so.
Uh-huh.
We got this thunderstorm right above us. All right.
So,
We should be seeing it momentarily here.
1,000.
You can see the freeway and the traffic.
I see the freeway, yeah. I'm looking for the runway. Gotta be coming
All right,
up.
let's
Well, now I
move your-
see some planes. So.
Okay, let's move your hand over to the throttle and just
Okay.
rest it on there for now.
Okay.
500.
It's moving on my. I'm not moving it. It's the autopilot moving it.
400.
I see the runway.
Yeah. Just okay. Get ready.
Okay.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, disconnect the auto throttle. Okay, the auto throttle. Pull it back. Okay, get ready to reverse thrust.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're going off
Pull
on.
it, pull back a little, pull back,
40,
pull back.
30, 20.
All right, brakes, auto, reverse thrust.
Everybody's
That was a
straight.
little hard landing, but that's okay.